So, on today's never-ending rollercoaster of FPV-related fun, I find myself having to replace my case for my Mobius with a C lens after lots of abuse in videos like this and this and this and this and this. I have stoved the lens so far in and broken the mounts that sit here that hold the camera lens assembly inside. So I've got a replacement lens, a replacement case for the lens to sit in, hopefully correctly, which will fix the problem. This was about $2.99 if I remember correctly. It comes with the top part of the case, the bottom part, and the necessary screws. Well, I'm not sure if the video can pick it up, but there's two longer black screws that are for the front of the case where it snaps together in the rear, the fixes, and I presume these three silver ones are for the board itself. So without further ado, we'll get into swapping this out into its new case. All you need to get into this, mine's got Velcro affixed to the bottom. I'll remove that. There's two screws here, one there and one here. They're just phillips screws, or phillips head screws. So what I'm going to do is remove both of those. May need a finished screwdriver than this. There we go. Okay, they are detached, I believe. As you can see, I have done a couple of bodged fixes with this, like foam tape on here and underneath, and a cable tie to hold it rigid against the case that didn't really last very long. So what we need to do is remove all of this and put it into the new case. This is where the problem lies. Just in here there should be plastic holding the back of the camera, and it's most evident on here where it's snapped off, where this camera's taken one too many impacts. So I think first things first, it might be wise to unplug the battery just as a precaution. There we go. The battery will just sit right out. It's got a little bit of sticky back foam to sit on there. We should have 3 screws according to what's in the replacement package. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's remove these 1, 2, 3. So back one. Tweezer things. One, and that one in the middle there. Okay, with that I believe this board should come up. It may be affixed to the heatsink. What's the best way of getting at this? There we go. That board just levers straight up. It should pop forward. It'll be held in just by the micro B slot, and there we have the innards removed from the damaged case itself. Here is the package of the new one. I'll provide a link in the description for this. Right, here's the new case. Opens up just like so. Foam holding the stuff in. It comes with a sticky back thermal adhesive transfer pad. A bit of rubbish in there. As you can see, in comparison to the old one that's damaged, this has the retention for the camera to stop it moving, unlike the damaged one. So with that, I'm going to, there's the buttons, there's the thermal pad. I don't know which one would be best to use. I assume the original one would be better because it's larger, so I'm going to remove this one out of the new one and locate in the old one for now. I'm going to slide this in at an angle so the micro USB slot lines up, and then push the board down. The 3 holes line up. I'm going to use the existing screws that I took out because they look absolutely fine. There's no reason not to, other than them being too small. Just for comparison's sake, they look identical to what the replacement case comes with. One. You may want to do this where you're not going to lose these screws. The second screw I'm going to put in is up by the USB connector slot. And I'm not tightening these down yet until I've got all 3 located. And that's the 3rd one in, so I'm going to knit that up and knit the other 2 up. I'm not going to over tighten them because you may risk stripping the thread out or ruining the plastic where the thread will bind into. So just enough. Going to remove the crap that I bodged it with to some degree. Just on the flat surfaces. The camera was still working fine. It was just it developed a funny jello, or under certain circumstances where vibration crept in from the quadcopter it was mounted on, which wasn't there originally. So with that, I'm going to locate it in the place where it should be. The new top case is this one. So with that, I'm going to mount the battery back up to its original location and put the, I think it's a 1.25mm JST PH 1.25 they call it if you're looking for the specific connector. That looks to be located correctly, and like before I'm going to use the original screws that came out of the case, just so I've got a full spare set if I need be. Just a final little check just to make sure everything is correct. That looks all good. Make sure I'm not going to pinch this cable when I close it. Make sure it's inside the case where everything is. To reattach the case you need to put the back end down behind it, line up the tabs, slot those in, which are here. So these tabs will go down behind, place the case down and pull it into, latch into these parts here, like so, like that, and then pull it forward and it will lock in and snap down, enabling you to button it up, and then just screw down one screw a bit at a time, evenly, making sure that it all looks as it should. With that, the case has been changed. I haven't got an SD card in it, but we should be able to make sure it powers on. It should have a flashing light warning that there's no SD card in there. And that is how you change a Mobius case for a replacement. Hopefully that should fix all the issues I've had with it. Thanks for watching. I hope this has helped you. Good night.